Pack, Set, Go. Traveling Podcast presents Travel Star Tuesdays. Pack, Set, Go. You know the name, people. Traveling Podcast. One of my favorite segments that we do, Travel Star Tuesdays. Today we have the distinct pleasure. Also, a lot of people have been saying, how come it's always ladies? I'm like, it's not always ladies, it's just that the ladies show up. But today we have the distinct pleasure of a fellow traveler, one of our peers. You know, when I say peers, somebody who gets on the plane, sees different places, whether it's domestic or internationally, we have Mr. Kaz. That's K-A-Z. Round of applause for Brother Kaz showing up today.
We got a button. Never mind, you already know. We on a budget. Ain't no button.
Yeah. You know, he always blames me for not paying for the effects. I'm like, we don't need to. Old school. You know what I'm saying? But before we get deep into this cast and this conversation and everything, let the people know where they can find you out on social media, if you are on social media, in case they have questions they want to ask you.
So my Instagram name is King Hookah Kaz. That's King Hookah Kaz. Pretty simple.
Okay, and now why is it hookah? Why they call you King Hookah for?
I have a hookah company. I do hookahs for a lot of clubs, lounges, and restaurants in the tri-state area and also in Miami. But then the actual name King Hookah came from me and my boys doing our regular guy trips. And the summer that we discovered hookah, me and Compton went on YouTube to figure out how to make it. And out of everybody in the group, me and him were the only ones who actually figured out how to make it good. And after a while, I just became so good at it that every time we went on vacation, they was like, yo, we want Kaz to make the hookah. And then they started playing around and calling me King Hookah. So that name actually came from my boys.
Okay. Now you said your boy Compton. Is he another hookah guy or is he a traveler? What is he?
Compton is an entrepreneur. That's one of my business partners in the nightlife. We do parties. We do a lot of parties together, trips, concerts, comedy shows.
You also like promote events?
Yeah.
Like a promoter?
Yep.
Okay. And you mentioned the tri-state. Now I'm assuming that you meant like the New York, New Jersey, Connecticut area?
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to let the people know because a lot of people here are going to ask me later. So rather than them asking me, I'm going to put it out there so they know. Okay, so if they're in the New York area, they can holler at you about what's popping, what's going on.
Definitely.
You can log onto his social media, see the events. And also, if you want some A1 hookah, you heard it from the horse's mouth. You know what I'm saying? They don't call him King Hookah for nothing.
For nothing. And you travel with your hookah, too.
I don't travel without a hookah. That doesn't make...
Wow.
I can't wrap my head around that. Ever since I got put onto hookah, I make sure I always have at least one in my suitcase. Most times when I'm going with the boys, I carry two, so they can have one, and I ain't gotta share mine with everybody else.
So it's mandatory inside your checked luggage.
Mandatory, even if it's a carry-on. So forget about even in my carry-on. Yeah.
In your carry-on.
Yeah.
You carry hookah on the plane.
Yeah.
As long as you don't have any.
Yeah.
As long as you don't lick it.
All right. So I'm gonna tell you a secret. I haven't checked a bag in probably a year and a half. Now think about everywhere I've been.
You've been a lot of countries. Yeah.
Haven't checked the bag in a year and a half.
So how does the hookah work to check it? You just roll it up in the
tube. Honestly, the only thing that I get issues with here and there, depending on who's at the machine, when I'm going through security, TSA might take my coal. Oh. They say that the coal is flammable, but honestly, it comes up as organic. So unless they open your bag to look at it for another reason, on the screen it kind of looks like a roll of cookies. So it's hit or miss. Travel tip, right? If you're traveling with coal, right? Don't wrap it in foil because the foil shows up as something extra, and then they're gonna want to look at it and ask you to unwrap the foil. So leave it in the regular thin foil that it comes in, or take it out and put it in a Ziploc bag, and then pair it with other snacks, like with some potato chips or whatever. So on the machine, all they're gonna see is potato chips, your little breakfast bar, and cookies. They're not even gonna think to look in the bag to see that it's actual coal.
Like a fudge brownie almost.
Right.
Okay. Well, that's good. No. See,
That's
we
a
always people. We always give away free school, free travel tips, and now there's a lot of people that smoke hookah that indulge in it, so now they know. Because
Right.
people always ask me, "Hey, how can I travel with this? Am I gonna get in trouble?" So free school, people. It's not illegal. It's not a narcotic or
Right.
something. Food or how to get it through that thing.
Let me ask you a question. You know the little small beagle that be at the airports? The little small dog, the one that sniffs your bag?
Yo, I see them all the time. I don't understand the purpose of it because I've I've gone through the airport smelling like bud and never had an issue. They never even look at me or bark in my direction.
It's funny now, only because he asked that question. The funny thing is, certain beagles are trained only for food. They're
Hmm.
trained because, there's a lot of food that people
Yeah.
import to this country, and the dogs know, like, oh, yeah, this doesn't belong here. And they're trained for food. Now, there are some that are for narcotics, some are for food and foreign substances, which is strange.
Okay.
It might be for a hookah dog soon.
Now, it's illegal. That's illegal. You can get
Oh,
school, that's
man.
illegal. Now,
That's crazy.
The only country I think
know
that would do that was DR.
Have a hookah dog?
Yeah. DR always
Hookah canine unit?
DR always give us issues bringing in hookahs, man.
yeah, because they want you to say, okay, here you go, my friend.
Yeah. So,
How much hookah do you try to bring in? You bring in like a pound, 2 pounds?
no, I'm talking about the actual hookah itself. Like with
Oh,
DR.
itself, not even the cold.
Yeah, no. They take everything from you. Like if they see you with a hookah, they take in a hookah, they take in the flavor, they take in the tips, everything. So for me now, what I do is I break it up. Because when you leave in the airport in Punta Cana, you gotta before you walk out, you gotta put your thing through the scanner. You gotta put your bags through the scanner right before you
Yeah.
leave. So
hmm
you gotta break up your hookah in parts. If you're traveling to like Punta Cana or anywhere else in DR with a hookah, then if you got a check-in bag and a carry-on bag, then put half in one, half in the other. And as far as like the flavor and the tips, put that in your pocket. Like I would say, what I usually do is I put the flavor in Ziploc bags, and I'll carry it in my pockets because you can get through with the flavor and the cold, in TSA easily. But with that machine, they're actually looking for that stuff. Like hookah is on their ban list for whatever reason. I don't know, but it is. It's on their ban list, so they're looking for it. So the flavor and the cold, I'll put in my pocket. I put in like the pockets of my hoodie and the pockets of my pants, because we don't have to go through anything. Just the bag's got to go through the scanner. So break up the hookah because you can't hide that on you. Can't hide that on your person. So break up the hookah between 2 or 3 bags, and just put the flavor and the cold in your pocket. So you good. They're not patting you down. They're not searching you when you leaving.
Wow.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie. I mean, it sounds good, but when them dogs start barking, I'm like, it ain't mine. It ain't mine. It's not mine. No hablo en español.
Crazy, man.
I don't like pressure. I don't like when them cops come in DR. They speak English for the first 10 seconds, and they speak all Spanish.
Oh man.
And then
You know what?
Yeah,
You know what you know what you just brought up, right?
what?
You don't remember that? You don't remember that incident? And you're like, yo, Cass, what you want to do? You tell me where we taking it and we going.
Oh yeah.
By the pool?
Because in DR money talks.
Yeah.
Supposed to that time. Yeah, in DR money talks. So if you have a problem with
Definitely.
any police officer in DR, if you don't have pesos, dollars, you might as well just say goodnight. Because you're going to jail for at least 2 days.
Same thing in Mexico.
Mexico too, right?
Yeah.
If you don't have
Oh,
no
yeah.
pesos in Mexico,
Oh, yeah.
they extort you. It's like it's fun for them. It's fun. They speak English, but they don't want to speak English that time. They just want your money,
Yeah.
and they know you're American because they see the matching clothes, they see the haircut. You know what I'm saying? They see the swag. Like, yeah, he got money.
So I'm
And they
gonna give you
want-
I'm gonna give you another example, right? So when I was on my way to Cancun in September for Cancun jump off, I ran into my homegirl. She's pretty popular IG celebrity fitness instructor. She got like 800,000 followers or whatever, and her boyfriend used to play for the Giants, right? So of course they're walking through the airport. They look like money, right? And for no reason, the security in the airport just walks up to them and asks them to see their passport. Then he asks them how much money they're carrying on them. This is after we connected in Mexico City, right? So this is in Mexico City on our way to Cancun. So this is after we already went through security and everything. We're literally just waiting to board our flight, and security just walked up to them and asked them to see their passport, then asked them how much money are they carrying on their person.
Well, the rule is under 10,000. You're allowed to carry, right?
Shorty said $20. Shorty was like, yo, $20. What you want?
$20. I think it's 10 grand is the minimum.
Yeah, 10,000.
Anything over 10,000, that then they stop you.
I travel with 9,999 pennies.
Oh God, got here. Now, Kaz, let me ask you a question now because you mentioned DR, so that means you travel internationally. So I have to ask you, how many countries do you think you've gone to? This is a guesstimation. I don't know the exact number. How many countries do you think you visited?
Probably like 10 or 12.
Round of applause first, because once you hit 10, round of applause. Now I'm saying 10 for
10
me is
piece.
kind of like a season.
Yeah.
So you're a season traveler.
But
You know,
10 times 2, because he's a double. He's a double.
He's a repeat offender.
Yeah,
He's a repeat
like,
offender. That's
Repeat
cool.
offender, yeah.
This year I went to Mexico. Well, this is 2021. So 2020 I went to Mexico 4 or 5 times. I did Jamaica, did a few spots, and then obviously I went all over the states too.
So what do you think is your favorite out of the country you visited so far? What do you think is your favorite? What's like wow?
All right, so I love Tulum.
The wild one.
I love Tulum in Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
I like the vibe of it. I like nature, so the fact that it's kind of like a city in the jungle, that's dope to me. And they still got the beach and stuff. But as far as like staying on a resort, I think the Barcelo Bavaro in Punta Cana has the best customer service of anywhere I've been to. And I've been to my fair share of resorts. And I've never had that level of service anywhere else. So
Marcelo Bavaro. Yeah, I heard of him.
yeah,
It's a good place.
for that, maybe I would say Punta Cana, DR.
Okay.
So you're heavy on the customer service side.
Yeah,
Customer service means a lot to you.
I'm gonna spend my money. I tip well, and and on top of that, like I don't like ran down spots, right? So like when I take my vacations, I like to have a nice suite. I like to do things the right way. So with that being said, like if I'm gonna spend money like a king, I want to be treated like a king too.
Well said. Well said.
Well said.
I want to get. I expect to get my money's worth. And with some of the places, the customer service doesn't necessarily match the price tag that they're charging.
Yeah. I'm looking through your Instagram, and there's a certain picture on your Instagram that I can see when you treat like a king, you have that $1 million smile. Like you're smiling like you're King Jeffrey Joffer of Zamunda, you know?
Oh man.
Just say with your little animal too, you know, like you and your shatter. That's your bodyguard right there.
Facts. That's my homie.
Boy, that's a nice picture. That's a nice picture.
That was at the Barcelo Bavaro, by the way, in Punta Cana.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
The monkey came with the room, or you bought the monkey?
Nah, I actually met him at school and we became friends, and he just like hung around for the rest of the day.
Hey, he knew where the money at. He knew where the money at. He found the cheese, the bananas, and the cash. That's a smart monkey.
Gave him a couple of bananas and a bunch of grapes. He had a good time. It was lit.
He had a good time. I see, man. I see your pictures is looking real nice on this gram. You've been a lot of places, a lot of countries, a lot.
You know what? And so many of those trips, I didn't really take pictures. I did like little snippet videos here and there that I posted on my IG story, but I didn't actually take pictures of myself or a lot of pictures of the landscape and stuff. So the last few trips, I said I'm gonna make a conscious effort to do that now. So I have more, I guess, appealing content.
Yeah, well,
And
what makes you happy?
you guys actually inspired that because you guys take the dopest pictures. You guys take the dopest pictures when y'all are on vacation. And I'm like, yo, I gotta take better pictures because, I've had a few dope ass backdrops and all I did was a little 5-second clip. Like, oh, look at this. This is nice.
Uh-huh.
And that was it. I'm like, yo, I gotta take better advantage of these trips I'm taking. Get some good content out of it. So thank you guys for that. You definitely inspired me to up my game.
Well, I mean, truth be told, though, it's when I first started traveling many years ago, it's countries I've gone to where I didn't take any pictures. The
Yeah.
only thing I have is a stamp on my passport to say,
Hmm.
okay, I was there.
Yep,
I have like a dollar I save, you know, I have some local currency, but I didn't
I
take
do
any
that too.
pictures. Man, I was a regret. I said, man, 40 years from now, I want to be able to look at the picture and say, wow, I remember I went here.
Yeah,
You know, it's like New York. You know, you come to New York City, you got to take at least one picture, whether it's the subway, the Empire State Building, the Statue of Liberty,
right.
something other than saying, I was in New York. You know, as time moves on, it doesn't move back. So that's my one regret. Early on in travel, I didn't document it. And document it for me is a picture, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm
I
glad
came to that
yeah.
realization earlier this year through, you know, watching you guys page. I was like, yeah, like I'm not doing this the right way. I need some pictures.
Oh no, you are doing it the right way. You actually are doing it. You're traveling.
Yeah,
You know, some people talk about it. I coulda, shoulda, woulda. I want to. You actually done it. The only thing is you were living in the moment, so you didn't care about the picture.
exactly.
Yes, it's very hard to capture the essence of a trip and record yourself.
You're right.
You know what you need?
Absolutely right.
You need a camera crew. You need a camera crew, and I know the guy who would make it happen for you. Smalls, get the camera out. We're gonna follow this guy around for a weekend trip. Where we going next? Where we going next? Wait, I got my passport on deck, sir. If you hire us, got a passport on deck, right?
Okay.
Got a passport. We have drones, right? We have drones.
Okay.
Got 2 drones. Well, one drone is in Iceland. Whole different story. Don't worry about that. It's still there.
What?
That's a whole nother conversation. That drone is in Iceland. We have a Sony. This is our right here's a Sony.
Okay.
This is an A7. What's the smallest? A7.
That's a DSLR.
A7 R3.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good shit.
So we shooting. So we shoot and edit. We do both.
Yo.
Quick plug. We shoot and edit. We have our own equipment, our own passports. So you need us to videotape or film your trip. Let us know, and we're there. Now,
Sounds like a
keep in
plan.
mind though, after we film you, we're gonna stay there. You can leave, but we're gonna stay there and do our own trip.
Okay, that's cool.
The whole thing we're gonna just shoot and leave. We're gonna shoot, record your footage, edit it, and then we're gonna go about our business
Yo,
in the
you
same
can
country.
make a reality show out of this.
I'm free.
I'm free.
I got
Hey,
nothing but time. I'm serious too.
Nah, I'm serious too. I'm dead serious about that.
All right, we'll talk after
All
it.
right.
but I got to hit you with a curveball. See, I got to hit you with a curveball because, like I said, the majority of our fellow traveling peers have been females. So we had one other gentleman who was dope, phenomenal conversation. Interview was amazing. And you are number 2, to be totally honest with you. Now, I have to ask you this question, though, because, you know, a lot of people don't really understand the dynamics as men, especially black men that travel. Now, how do you feel when you travel as a black man going across the world? How do you feel? Like, is there any difference, any weird looks or conversations that you have experienced?
Um, Usually no. For in my experience, for the most part, it's usually pretty pleasant. It's been pretty pleasant for the most part. Like I'd more so get bad looks or attitudes in the South than I would in Mexico
And
or
I tell people that all the time. I get,
Puerto
the most
Rico.
hate I get in countries in the United States of America.
I get no love in my own house, but in Mexico, I am jefe.
Facts. Facts. Like um,
I'm El, I'm jefe, and he's El Patron. El Patron. Patron, jefe.
No, but it's a different dynamic though. Like I said,
Yeah.
you see the screen, you see 3 black men articulate, not talking some gibberish, and you know people don't get to see that dynamic of us.
right.
You know, unfortunately, the media that we don't control the media. We've done our own thing. You know, we freestyling right
Mhm.
now, but the reality is, you know, people see certain things on video, and the imagery is negative. You know, everybody's sitting here with the jeans hanging down. You know what I'm saying? They calling everybody a curse word every other word. They can't have a complete, coherent sentence. And the reality is that's not truly who we are. I mean, that's a small portion, yes, but it's also black men such as myself, Mr. Goon, Mr. Kaz. We travel, we see the world. You know,
Right.
we culture and enrich other people's lives with our experiences and vice versa, which is dope. You know what I'm saying? So I was like people to see that, like, wow, it's a different dynamic. You know what I'm saying? So this is beautiful. You know, and I just want to say I appreciate you coming out, spending some time with us, just to talk to the people. It's a regular conversation. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It means a lot to a lot of people because you said yourself, which it was very heartwarming for me when you said it. Like, yo, you guys inspired me. You know what I'm saying? So there's some people right now watching this, and they will say, "Wow, you know what? Yo, Kaz inspired me, man. Like, I want to do those things." He said, "Wow, DR always wanted to go. Boone told me about this. It's dope, man."
I have a premonition. I am sure after this podcast airs, somebody's gonna try to sneak hookah with cocaine inside their carry-on, and they're gonna say, "Cass told me it was
Yo,
go."
don't put that on me.
You know,
Don't
come
put
back
that
to the
on me.
podcast. It's gonna be
Don't put that
the
on me.
federales, the
Oh
feds,
man.
TSA,
Oh man.
ATF, we get ABC, BT, FBI,
I don't want no
CBS
smoke.
is gonna come watch the episode and like, okay, so Mr. Cass found the cheat code.
I don't want no smoke. I want no
We-
smoke.
we- we didn't
Listen,
pick that
I'm about
before.
to use these cheat codes tomorrow morning, man. Tomorrow,
Well,
tomorrow I'm going to Cabo with Compton, Jay, Rico, and Andy. So, from City Elite Group, Jiggy Time,
see,
the
yeah, the good guys, good
promotion
guys.
umbrella.
Yeah, shout out everybody, silly groups. Shout out
Yeah,
everybody. Compton in the family.
Jay's birthday is Friday, so we're gonna go show him a good time.
Yes,
Oh,
and
oh.
practice your craft. I want to know how many you can smuggle on the plane. Tell me your number.
Listen, every time I fly, I practice. Practice is very important,
What's your highest number?
Of hookahs I've ever traveled
Smuggle
with.
rate. Yeah,
4.
yeah, smuggle rate.
I think 4.
4?
4. With no issues.
That's not
And I
bad.
actually did that in DR. Don't ask me how.
4. That's not bad.
Yeah.
I think there's a couple of people on the podcast watching right now taking notes. They may want to use you for an episode for
From
Narcos.
you? Professional
You
hookah
have
mule.
your own series. You don't need me no more. You have your own series soon. You don't need me.
Oh man,
You have your own
no. We spoke about it first, so you still got to be involved, anyways, yo.
All right, yeah. I'll produce an episode. And
Right,
that's it.
y'all
After
can
that,
produce
you
and
just
direct,
respect.
and
If you
have the
oh,
network pay for the camera crew or whatever. They gonna give y'all the budget. Y'all work everything out.
we will. Yo, do you think I want to push your skill set? But do you think you might do 8?
Hmm?
Can you do 8?
What?
Can you do 8?
Yo, all right, listen,
Can you do
Kaz.
8? 8?
Listen, all right, disregard that. My brother, listen, I just want to thank you again, man. Listen, because this is a beautiful imagery of 3 black men out here. Our melanin is glowing on the screen.
Facts.
It's radiant. And people don't get to see that often. So I just want you to know my beautiful is black as well as my brothers here in this podcast. Hopefully you guys learned a few tips and tricks from the brother today. And once again, my brother, where can they find you at?
On Instagram, King Hookah KAZ.
So people, follow, subscribe.
It's been a pleasure being on you guys' show. I look forward to many more of your trips, and
I'm gonna get you a shirt, a Pack Said Good hoodie.
bro.
So
Bro,
when you go to the airport,
get me that
do
hoodie.
this.
I'm gonna rock that. I'm gonna rock that to the airport every time, bro. Like, yo, look,
8.
I'm a jet fuel
And
abuser.
after you get through TSA,
I'm a part of Lifestyle Brothers.
TSA, do this. Just do that. It's a code.
All right, well,
Do that.
Dennis Lawson once again.
Oh,
said,
let the
you
birds fly.
Oh God, the bird call came out, so I already know what that means. I thank you guys for tuning in. Tell a friend to tell a friend. You can find us here on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. It's real simple.
That's 4 birds. 4 more.
I don't know what he's talking about with birds. I don't know nothing about that, but that's the Lifestyle Brothers. Again, people, the Lifestyle Brothers across all major platforms. And my favorite of them all, you can catch us at www.thelifestylebrothers.com. Once again, www.thelifestylebrothers.com. So tell a friend, tune in, and we thank you for looking, listening, and laughing, and most importantly, fly, fly, fly. See the world, people.
Oh, get them 8 birds in.
All right, gotta go.
Thank you for your support. It keeps us motivated to keep doing what we do. To find out more about us, you can catch us at www.thelifestylebrothers.com. On Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter, you can find us at the same name, The Lifestyle Brothers. And if you want to find some dope cinematic shots, bloopers, travel reels, be sure to subscribe our YouTube channel, The Lifestyle Brothers. Once again, on behalf of Goon and myself, we thank you.